you know, just like Victor said, we're not looking for Usain Bolt. He's not needed in this. Maybe for the final day, but for now, we're looking for someone who can have enough lung capacity to do the long run. And Purgatory will be map number 3. The flight path a bit skewed towards the eastern side. So we should expect a more populated region towards Brasilia, you know, Forge, maybe Ski Lodge. And I'm expecting Anxiety to go there.
Yeah, I'm expecting them to as well. They're taking a sweet time though coming on that plane. Maybe they might have some other plans and ideas. Oh, it's just going to be so useful now to get onto that high tier loot zone because it's so close to the next circle. We see King of Gamers already putting themselves up there. Anxiety looks like they're going to be going for the Moat House instead, and that's going to be together with Axis as well.
Not like this, MDH.
Well, MDH is having a lot of trouble there. It looks like Expand completely wiping the floor clean of them.
Yeah, that's 2 rounds in a row for MDH where they just decided to run into a second team and got completely obliterated. But well, Expand cut the suffering short, really short. Within 1 minute, they're gone. Anxiety up against Dewa United, 2 down on each team. Ren's the third under pressure, puts up the glue wall, try to buy a bit of space. Toby swings the corner to get the knock and finds it. As Anxiety finally might have gotten some momentum for themselves, but can they finish off Vero, squeeze the last survivor? Yes, they can. Anxiety showing some signs of life in this phase 2.
And it's just a little bit of a shame that the high tier loot zone is not around Moat House this time, but certainly this is literally Anxiety's house now, given that they just laid out the red carpet for Dewa to just go ahead and soak their blood in it. So a bit unfortunate there for Dewa, but you know, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But we have to also watch out for Sem9 who are lurking outside of the moat there. So Anxiety, they know exactly what, or rather I hope they know exactly what they're going to be getting into for the next phase there, because after they're done looting here, it's going to be up against the literal top of the charts here when it comes to the overall standings.
Yeah, average of 20 points per round for Sem9 thus far. 40 total points across 2 rounds. With how the members of Sem9 are positioned, Moat House has been temporarily renamed to Guantanamo Bay. And you can get out from that. It's going to be a long swim, a long journey to get to dry land.
I was gonna say like Alcatraz actually, but yeah, Guantanamo Bay also works.
True, true.
Escape
without the bridge, right? You know, without a highway to safety.
Escape from Alcatraz here for Anxiety though, but you know, for Sem9, it's just gonna let Anxiety loot whatever they want out of the Moat House. They're gonna come collect it afterwards there if they win the fight. First Raiders though, they are looking for one though, having gotten the knockdown and a kill into VGM's bash. So now we want to see whether or not they'll be able to find any more members of VGM who are held up at the complex just north of them. And First Raiders very rapidly making their way towards VGM's position.
Yeah, First Raiders is getting some sort of playtime in this round after getting completely decimated by, I believe, Expand in the previous round. VGM showing no interest nor intention to even take on First Raiders. They are long gone, but they were hanging around this area for quite a while. They decided to not even attempt to go for the revival zone, but Kanoho, he has already made that swim, the first guy to escape from this confinement. Raja hearing all of these footsteps. This first contact will be very, very crucial. Kanoho needs to win this one.
Kanoho, I think, is very much aware someone's around the corner. Probably didn't expect him to be literally right around the corner. There it's now. He's going to be fighting against Raja. Time to prod out. It doesn't quite work out there for Kanoho, though. He's going to be taken to the lobby, but then Anxiety knows they're being hunted down right now. Raja is still holding position, still kind of keep an eye out for anyone else from Anxiety who wants to be on the menu here. Got to be coming out from the water. Is going to try to meet the fire face on here as Raja peels away from his position to regroup the rest of Sem9.
Yeah, they did lose Newbie to VGM. You see Raja also kind of rendezvousing with the rest of his team. They are very, very spread out. Able to get Newbie back, but now they know that VGM and Anxiety are nearby. Kanoho also brought back to life thanks to the revival point on Moat House. But he's going to drop into a literal fire pot if he decides to land in the middle of this area where Sem9 are just prowling around. Like the tigers they are. With a lack of trees, this is why deforestation is good. See all these tigers kind of approaching humanity. Kanoho hearing all of this, and he just came back. He needs some time.
He only has a Tommy gun in his pack right now, not a lot of armor. Victory, I think, realizes that there's a member of Anxiety inside there, so they're just keeping outside the house right now, seeing if they can flush them out. Kanoho's gonna come out on the awning just to get knocked down. Zen OP was already ready, going up that staircase there to try to backdoor him, but looks like that's not needed anymore. Now Sem9 can focus on the rest of Anxiety, who are attempting to clear out from the moat house. Kanoho will be finished off by Victory there with a few shots from his sniper rifle, and with that said and done, Sem9 already with 3 eliminations, and now they got Newbie back.
Such a solid hold from Sem9, making sure that even with these rotations, they're not letting the control of the area that they started with slip away. Xenop going on an expedition to kind of see if the members, where the rest of Anxiety are. They did see Toby, I believe, who just made it to dry land. So the assumption the rest of Anxiety would be around that vicinity is very much reasonable. Farang though, let's see First Raider passing by. They just made it into the circle. First Raiders heading straight for campsite. And there is a vending machine there, so First Raiders should just plop themselves around this area. Very, very safe compound. Farang might need to push through them.
They might. The thing is that things are starting to heat up north though, because King of Gamers and VGM bumped into each other as they were repositioning themselves to the center of this next circle. And with the vehicle in hand there of Mingsu, he definitely managed to get a rundown onto JLX. Now Kevin gets a good shot there with a sniper rifle. Good timing there, because now he's going to be able to get the trade onto Bingsu. Where are the rest of VGM though? The revive is already coming out for the side of KOG. VGM now is trying to find any more stragglers around the outside here, but Van Tan is already rapidly making his way out of that fight. But he's probably going to bump into the next group of squads here, because First Raiders as well as Farang are literally right alongside where VGM has just entered into the circle here. And with them having lost that fight against KOG, they're certainly going to be under pressure now.
Van Tan needs a little time and space to get the revival point captured, but First Raiders are showing up to his vicinity. Van Tan, not really sure if you want to stay around, but he doesn't have much choice. First Raiders will decide for him and, of course, punish with death. A third member down on the side of VGM. They are just not having a time, and worst case of all, they even kind of capture the point for First Raiders to a certain extent. Today's circles are pretty brutal. We're seeing a very split final circle. Body of water in the middle, 3 islands within that safe zone as well. It's going to be a very cramped final circle if we get there in a bit.
I think like what we're also seeing is that these squads here are getting a little bit more confident in just going out and finding these kind of fights, simply because they know that the top 6, rather the top 4 Thai teams are no longer in this battle anymore. So they know that if they can just take a little bit more initiative, they can perhaps get a lot more reward out of this compared to the first phase. Now we see Farang on the move now. They spotted a member of Sem9 on a motorcycle just getting into that warehouse. It was Newbie right now is scrambling and try to see whether or not he and Hikri can take control over this warehouse area, because it'll be very important for this next circle. But Farang seems to want to prevent them from being able to have this setup here. Another member of Sem9 caught around the outside. Xenop trying to run away. Well, too bad. Take some shots there with the sniper. Didn't quite land enough though to knock him off of that mount. So now he's going to be able to peel back there and hopefully regroup with Sem9 when it's much safer to do so.
A lot of info gathered by Jesbu. He was lurking behind. I think he saw Sem9, the last member of Sem9 passing by. They have 2 vehicles, I believe, a bike and the car. There is a revival point nearby, so it would feel like it's appropriate for this area to be a very highly contested zone. Farang making sure that they are keeping themselves safe. And just a good call from Sem9, right? Regrouping with the entire team before engaging in a fight. We saw them just beeline towards safety to meet on the other side. And now they feel more comfortable taking on Farang, knowing that Farang is around this vicinity. Fikri and Newbie on scouting duty as well.
Yeah, in the meantime, I think Axis is getting into a bit of a tangle with Flash, though. They just lost 1 member at the hands of Bayo, so we'll see. We'll give you guys, see if we can give you guys an update on that, because Axis is currently outside in the blue zone here, while Flash is just gatekeeping them from across the river. In the meantime, for Farang versus Sem9, in the moment Farang has repositioned themselves to try to take this fight to the outside, but Sem9 conversely has spread themselves out very well, so that's providing plenty of crossfire between the members here to make it a bit of a death sentence for anyone who decides to try to beat them out on the open field. Jembel knows this, so that's why he's trying to dance around both of these gas tanks there, but he can only do so much before Fikri finally finds a flank. In fact, he finds an opening here. Can he make the full use of it though? Jembel puts out a glue wall just in the nick of the time. Zenobi comes behind. Oh, but the glue wall stops his momentum. He's not able to get a knockdown. Vickery now tries to trade back, gets a knockdown onto Jembo, tries to see if he can get another one. He eliminates Jembo completely though, so making sure that Farang only has 3 members left to fight here. Spade is the next one to get knocked down. Will Zenobi be able to get the knockdown he's looking for? Yes, they do. Too Bad has been knocked down as well by the 2 wheels. And Vickery finishes off the rest of them, and Farang now very much finding themselves in a tough spot. Looks like they're not going to be long for this world.
Yeah, lovely teamwork from Sem9, just flushing out the members of Farang. All started with just 1 bite, but we have no time to talk about that because KOG now takes on First Raiders. The first knock is already out onto Lozzie. KOG needing a bit more. Souza down. Kevin landing those crucial headshots. Osaka, he's going to be on the ground. Oscar to follow as Kyle keeping his team alive. But a wall bang from Kevin stops that. His foolish ambitions put to rest. KOG with 6 points.
Well, that one was definitely brewing for a while there because both of them, were bumped into each other, on the way. Early on, KOG bumped into V Gaming Esports. V Gaming managed to pull out now. I do see one member of Axis Neptune still on the map. Oh, okay.
Anxiety.
No, Axis is still around. Anxiety as well, but then now they're going to be tangled here together with Flash because they're just going to try to fight them right on their own turf here, right at the end of the bridge. Kanoho is going to get knocked down though. Anxiety down to 2, now down to 1. Jaboywa trying to hold his own, but cannot do so, with Bayo providing the last grenade there to finish things off.
Anxiety had nothing the entire game. Revive and instantly ran to Team Flash. Team Flash, they saw them from a mile away. They were gatekeeping Anxiety, so it's only appropriate for them to finish the job that they started. See the circle expand now. Also kind of making contact with KOG, who just finished their fight with First Raiders. They did get a bit of breathing room, but Heavy kind of on the other side of the map. This circle is absolutely brutal, forcing some of these teams to really cut through this choke point on the map. Heavy is holding those fishing huts. Buffalo will start things off. Vantan on the ground. Boyte found as well. Buffalo doing the work and landing those shots. VGM might not be long for the round.
Yeah, it's so brutal as well because Bingsu actually dropped quite far away from the rest of the squad, so VGM is not really fighting at full strength even to begin with. And now the main squad has been completely eliminated. Bingsu is still around, but he's going to get swamped very soon by some other members from the other side of the map. In fact, he got caught out by Yanbin just in the nick of time there to get elimination onto them. In the meantime, Heavy versus Expanse. Expanse trying their very best to hold the high ground against them and trying to gatekeep Heavy from this next circle here, but the blue wall is closing around them. This is making it a lot tougher for Heavy though because they have to fight their way uphill, and Tufaz is trying to use his opportunity now to make his way down, trying to beat them face to face. Buffalo gets a shot onto him though with the max 10 just in time, and then now he's going to try to finish the rest of them off there, putting up the glue wall maze here. Axel's going to try to run around the side. Buffalo puts out his max 10 again. He gets another knockdown on that submachine gun. What incredible play here from Buffalo.
Buffalo just skewering every single member, every single opponent that he runs into. This guy is running straight at the red cloth put out by Expand, and this was a 4v2 to begin with. Expand had the high ground, but no longer Anakin at this point. They're running away. Me now down, but Buffalo, oh, he's hard on their heel. This guy is galloping towards the finishing line. Expand with the numbers advantage, but do they know that Buffalo is around? This guy is on the second floor. Neptune did perish to the blue zone. Expand, you have Buffalo behind you. He has healed up. He has the gun. He can play that long range. Too fast. Did finish on me now. Cobra, it's Buffalo again! And Heavy is too good! Buffalo is too good!
Oh, Too Fast now has a turn tail. He wants to punish Heavy here from getting the eliminations on his squad now. But it's going to be a fight on the blue zone. It's extremely painful in this phase 2. So the thing is that Buffalo has to quickly finish this up, and he has to also use the health kits in time there to make sure that he stays alive inside of Bluestone. But now it's going to be between him and Expand. Who's going to win it out? Oh! Buffalo! What a beautiful, beautiful one. I'll kiss you right here and now. But unfortunately, I still have games to cast in the studio.
Yeah, we have Flash against Sem9, the 2 remaining teams in this round. The grenades are flying through Sem9, having 9 kills already. Flash not far behind, the nade tag on the newbie. Not enough to take him out though, but brings him to 50. The second nade from Bio, right on the money. Newbie is down. Sem9 losing a bit of ground as Flash go for the push. Bio with a supporting fire. Those nades are deadly, but Newbie retaliates is with a grenade launcher. Sem9 with 2 down. The playing field is now even between these two teams. They need to get Newbie back up, and they will. Bio now puts himself in the front line. This guy wants to get down and dirty and take down the rest of Sem9, but Fikri will put up walls behind these two. Fikri challenging Bio, but Bio wins that one, and Bio still staying alive, trying to outrun the blue zone and win this fight, but there's just too many problems for him to solve. Newbie, the last man alive. Flash, they have the numbers, they have the pressure. Sem9 could not stand, and Flash makes it to the finishing line. A booyah for the Vietnam squad.
Wow, that was an exciting final fight there actually. Sem9 desperate to try to get the booyah with VGM being taken out of the way, but Team Flash was the one to deny them this opportunity, and perfect timing on that as well. Bayo, he deserves some kind of medal, you know, for